I am Aaron Malinowski, Practice Manager for Mobius Partners. We are a Texas-based company and a strong partner with VMware. Also on the call and doing the presentation will be Mike Faraday. He is very awesome with Workspace ONE and his presentation. Our goal here is to show you more about Workspace ONE and give you the ability to perform a test drive with VMware. So at the end of the presentation, everyone who registered for this event, I will make sure that I add you to the VMware test drive so that you can play with VMware Workspace ONE. If for some reason you don't receive that today, please email me. My contact will be in the slide list toward the bottom, and I'll make sure you get added. The test drive has various features within it, and we can get more intricate as far as the controls that you have during that demo. So if you want to learn more about it outside of just the test drive, then please make sure you reach out and we'll do some more advanced features. For now, here's Mike, and he's going to take you on this journey here, and we appreciate everyone for showing up this morning.
All right. Thanks, Aaron. And good morning and good afternoon to some out there. My name is Mike Purdy. Legacy AirWatch. I work with VMware, so I've been with the company for about 6 years, located in Atlanta. I work closely with Mobius and the team, so thank you again for hopping on today. Piggybacking off what Aaron kind of described, we're going to kind of go through the Workspace digital journey with the enlightenment of this COVID response, work from home mentality, kind of dive into that aspect a little bit more, and really how we can either leverage your existing VMware infrastructure to accommodate this, or enable you guys to have an environment to test out the various Workspace ONE Horizon capabilities of setting up that virtual remote workforce experience. So kind of moving on to the next slide. As far as the agenda today, again, navigating the digital workspace journey, what this is looking like in the market. You may be experiencing some of these headaches now, how to combat them, how we can help out. And then really this COVID response, enabling this mobile workforce with Mobius and VMware and exploring the test drive. So really looking at this digital workspace, we kind of illustrate this journey as more of a mountain climb experience where we have all these teams working internally, identity access teams, application teams, whether we're doing in-house, web apps, SaaS apps, Microsoft native, a lot of different applications out there to manage. And on what devices, the desktop team and mobile team. So, a lot of these teams, desktop managing 300 to 400 users, rundown cycles every 3 to 4 years. Where mobile, we're doing more 3,000 to 4,000 on average users. 18 months is this recycled period of devices. So all these teams are working at different speeds, different volumes, and at some point they're going to converge. So how do we really take this compass North Star mentality and what platform do we give teams to everyone merge and come towards this common goal of digital workspace and stop segmenting these IT silos? So with this VMware vision, this digital workspace blueprint, if you will, we're kind of taking this 3-pillar system of, any device, corporate owned, BYOD, wearables, peripherals, and looking at any application, whether we talked about earlier, this traditional absence, in-house development, Microsoft legacy apps, web apps, etc., and then really deploying this out to any cloud, whether your data center is private, public, we have a hybrid scenario. We can accommodate all of that with VMware's cloud on AWS, IBM, Oracle, and this whole centric security message around this, any device, any application, any cloud message, very powerful. So when we're looking at this end user computing experience in this digital workspace, we have different users. We have millennials versus folks that have been in the workforce for 30 years. How do we allow these different work styles to coexist with one another and give a sexy experience, an easy experience for an end user to onboard, access apps, email, content. But on the other cliff, having that mindset of IT security, conditional access, perimeter-based security models. Really kind of bridge this gap with transforming that employee experience to have that enterprise application catalog with single sign-on for all their apps, giving that fully automated platform for IT to have one central login to manage your Mac devices, your Win 10, your iOS, Android, Chromebooks, all from one console and one pane of glass, keeping the security intrinsic So when we actually illustrate this, we do it at VMware and Mobius through Workspace ONE. Obviously, some may have this solution already. How can we build upon this? If you're utilizing something to manage your devices or multiple solutions, how do we colonize this under one possible tool for IT? And we really start off with the users, the identities, the behaviors, what do they need to access within this digital workspace? And then how do we actually give them access to apps? Remoting, containerization, DLP. So if we're giving access to email through containerization, VMware has Boxer, basically a way to encrypt email content, data at rest, in motion, and in use with AES 256-bit encryption. And then looking at endpoints, the legacy way of AirWatch, UEM, having everything with iOS for DEP for corporate-owned devices, having Samsung Knox for Android corporate devices, and how do we exist those with BYOD policies to provide that enterprise secure access to apps, email, and content for our users. So we kind of take this whole aspect of users, apps, endpoints, and network. We provide this with a zero trust framework of conditional access. The right people, the right identities are getting the right apps at the right time. So again, bridging that enterprise secure and employee-centric model for a digital platform. So kind of looking at this COVID response, how's VMware Mobius, reacting to this? Obviously, we have extended free trials through Test Drive that we'll look at shortly, special pricing, but with Workspace ONE, Horizon, Carbon Black, NSX, a lot of these solutions that are here to set up this infrastructure framework to deliver an easy deliverable work from home infrastructure for companies looking for that at this time. So a lot of these use cases around accessing critical apps on physical desktops, we can do that through VDI and Horizon, giving that physical model access or a virtual thin client delivery, depending on line of business, employee role in the organization. We can give that multi-tenant access, depending on their job, access to their enterprise-ready apps, etc. So looking at things around, onboarding for devices, doing out-of-the-box enrollment for new devices out of the box in the factory, doing existing BYOD onboarding for employees that are in the field that can't get in the office, and getting access to those virtual applications, virtual desktops, and any app on any device model with that single sign-on delivery. Very powerful message during these times, and as far as deployment, easy as days to get up and running. Services from Mobius, we can go through and customize what's needed to get your organization on track. Again, looking at kind of the ways that we can deliver this day one productivity for business continuity, kind of looking at the green for a BYOD scenario where a user-driven, they can log in as long as they have Wi-Fi, do a hub enrollment with Workspace ONE, get access to their enterprise catalog, and get access to their applications, email, etc. Just through domain enrollment, QR code enrollment sent by the company, many different ways. Looking at the blue, we have all other models around Win 10 deployments as well as mobile. So we can do things with Mobius as well as Dell and do out-of-the-box factory provisioning from a distribution model. We can do things around iOS and device enrollment program and DEP. Same thing on the Windows 10 side with Autopilot. All this can be IT-driven and secure and sent out to your users on machines or domain join as well on corporate machines. And then really looking at the single sign-on aspect in the self-service. How do the employees actually access this enterprise content on their devices? Again, whether it's a tablet device, thin client, desktop, laptop, we can deliver that customizable experience through this enterprise catalog. And again, have any device, any app, anywhere. If we need to instruct MFA or VPN protocols, we can set that up through Unified Endpoint Management as well in Workspace ONE. So again, having that full security in mind while giving the enablement of your employees anywhere at any time, easily on a mobile or desktop device. Another thing with our Intelligent Hub in Workspace ONE that we can deploy with Mobius services is company notifications. So along the lines of the self-service hub, we can send out emergency response notifications. If we need to do advanced remote management into the device, with Windows 10 and Mac, we can do remote control, Android remote control, iOS remote view. A lot of these troubleshooting tips that can decrease IT tickets and enable self-service for your IT team to help out right off the bat. And then kind of wrapping up this discussion around Workspace ONE is the versions out there. Again, if you are leveraging the solution, maybe you're on standard and advanced and you want to learn more about this COVID response and getting access to physical desktops using VDI, give us a shout. We're more than happy to hop on a call and discuss what that Horizon deployment would look like, what's needed. With Horizon Cloud, we can do a subscription CapEx model where you're really kind of using what you need as you go, pops up in minutes instead of days. And then lastly, wanted to show test drive. And after this call, you'll all be sent an invite through Mobius that you can hop on and get on these hands-on labs. You can do any type of proof of concepts apart from a production environment. And really it looks like this. So we can actually get on and see these ready-to-use experience hands-on labs where we can launch them and not only have these fully functioning environments that you can enroll devices straight into and begin testing. We can enroll the devices, create users, distribute applications, provide content access to repositories, utilize Workspace ONE itself as a repository, deliver to applications or the device itself through Workspace ONE content. Again, our own application for containerized view of content. We can even integrate with your Exchange, Gmail, whatever provider you have to do email compliance policies, etc. But apart from these full-on labs that are ready to be configured, like I mentioned, we also have sandbox experiences where we can launch these individually and have a custom built-out experience from the ground up, integrate with your Active Directory, start enrolling devices, push out apps, policies for each operating system, and really start showing the power of Unified Endpoint Management, identity management through Workspace ONE Access. So we can federate identities and give that single sign-on access, as well as VDI. So really all three of these solutions coming together to offer this digital workspace journey platform. So kind of hopping back, I wanted to thank everyone for their time today. And if you have any questions, feel free to give us a shout. And like we mentioned after the call, we'll make sure to get everyone the invites to test drive so you can have this powerful tool to utilize internally.
All right, Mike. Thank you so much for the presentation, Mike. And again, if you guys have any questions or for some reason you don't get the invite for test drive, please email me at aaronm@mobiuspartners.com. We also have great use cases on our website, real world scenarios, kind of neat ones. So make sure you guys check that out. And hopefully everything that Mike has shown there will keep those ideas flowing with your current situations and patch management on the devices you're shipping out and VDI and managing everyone's mobile devices. So if you have questions, you want to get to some deep discussions, please reach out and everyone be safe. Thank you all very much.